All right. Hey, people of God, coming to you with an outreach opportunity for December. First of all, I pray you're having a wonderful day living in the presence of the Lord. He's the reason we're alive, and He gives us life. I actually want to share this first, even before I talk to you about the outreach opportunity. John chapter 1 describes Jesus as the light of the world. But before John describes him as the light of the world, it says, in Jesus was life. And he says that life is the light of the world. That life was the light of men, is specifically what he says. That life was the light of men. It talks about the light after that verse shining in the darkness, but the darkness did not overcome it. It did not comprehend it, but really meaning take hold of it or overcome it or take it over. That light has been spreading since Jesus was here. Because in fact, later Jesus says to his followers, you are the light of the world. Don't hide your light under a basket, but make sure that it shines bright for men to see it. And so we have a responsibility to be a bright light in the world. And so you have an opportunity coming up here on a Friday, December 20th at 6:00 to come and join us for an outreach. I'm going to tell you more details about that here in a second, but I want to invite you to do it, especially if you haven't been part of our outreaches before, and maybe you've been hesitant to jump in. I want you to jump in. Just do it. Just say yes. You might be nervous, but I say to you, step out in faith and see what the Lord does. And I promise you, you'll learn about the Lord, you'll learn about yourself, and you'll be very encouraged through the experience. I promise you that. And if you just release all the anxiety, you release all of the striving, you release your own agenda, watch, God will do something really amazing through you. Just as a reminder, Jesus told his disciples, he says, pray to the Lord of the harvest that he would send laborers. The harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. And so in a very, very real sense, not a metaphoric, not a theoretical sense, God is putting an amazing amount of faith and trust in us, his people, his sons and daughters, to be those laborers and to spread the good news of the gospel. Of course, that happens lifestyle every day, but we provide opportunities that are organized so that you can learn and grow and serve alongside other people that are also co-laboring in the same work. So here's the outreach that's coming up. It's a Friday, December 20th. We are going to meet at the church at 6:00. And for those who have been involved in our Kingdom Streets outreaches in the past, this is kind of a classic Kingdom Streets model, which is we gather up, we pray up, we group up, we go out. That's our basic Kingdom Streets model. And we always see awesome things happen when we do that. And so similarly, we're going to do that on Friday, December 20th at 6:00, gather up at the church, pray up, group up. But this time we're all going to focus on one location, and that's going to be the mall. So I'm calling this outreach Mall Blitz. We're going to blitz the La Palmera Mall here in Corpus Christi with the light of Jesus and the good news of the gospel. Just as a reminder, December 20th is smack dab right here at the end of the year. Holiday season is in full swing. The mall likely is going to be packed with people, which is a great thing. I like a packed pond, lots of different fish. Been trying to do a little bit of actual fishing lately. I don't know hardly anything about it, but trying to learn. And I do know this: the more fish you have in the water, the better chances are that you're going to catch one. Now, of course, we know we're not rolling the dice in terms of this. God has a plan for people to encounter him, for him to encounter his people. And all we're doing is just partnering with that. But definitely doesn't hurt to have more opportunities there at the mall. So it's going to be awesome. I invite you to come join us. 6:00, we'll meet here at the church. We'll group up. We'll go to the mall. We'll pray for people, spread the good news of the gospel for about an hour and a half or so. Then we'll meet up actually at the mall food court for our debrief. So anybody who's hungry at that point wants to grab food, we can all just kind of eat together, grab a few tables in the food court, hang out a little bit. It's going to be great. And then just share some testimony of seeds planted, seeds watered, harvest brought in. And that time is always really, really encouraging when we can hear from you guys what happened. But even before you get there, I just encourage you, pray about this. If you feel nudged to go, please come, show up. And I hope to see you there. You might even yourself be preparing to travel here close, December 20th. Maybe you're traveling that next week and preparing for things out of town or family coming in town, etc. I just encourage you, just let all that stuff kind of fade away for just a few hours and just say, you know what, I'm going to be intentional about walking out the commission and the call of God to be the light of the world. You guys, I'm not saying this opportunity specifically, but there's nothing more important really after knowing God than making him known to people who don't know him. And there's just millions and millions of people out there. The world is desperate for him. So come be a part of the work. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fun time. I always love to see what the Lord does in these moments. So hope to see you there.